Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, Chris.
Here we are for June 27th?
June 27th.
Yep. In our 17th episode of the reboot. That's
yes.
right. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really good.
Yeah.
You know what?
What?
I had a sleep score of 90 last night. That's the highest sleep score I've ever had in my life.
90?
A 90.
What is this for? What is
Fitbit scores it.
Fitbit? Okay.
Fitbit scores it. You know.
Okay.
Quality of sleep.
So how long? How many hours?
I had 7.5 hours.
Well, 7.5. That's a good amount. And I'm assuming 100 is the highest you can get.
I wouldn't know. Apparently, the highest I can get is 90.
But I'm just saying, if 100 is the highest you can get, then
Right.
90 has to be really good.
I would consider that an A.
Wow. Yes, I would too.
Ready for the day.
Yes, ready for the day.
I woke up. It was 7 a.m. I don't ever sleep till 7. I always wake up at 5. And I looked at the clock. I said an explicit. I cursed. I said, Sarah, I overslept thinking it was a work day.
Got to call in sick again.
I did have a sick day this week.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I had a day of observance one day, and then I was sick the next day. So I had 2 days off, then I worked Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So I think in my mind, I'd already had the weekend.
Oh, yeah, because of the 2 days. Okay,
right.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah,
my mind's not being used to being that refreshed, I guess.
Lincoln was in bed until 8 o'clock this morning.
Wow.
I was shocked.
We're on the same sleep cycle.
Yeah.
I bet he has a sleep score of 95.
Well, he's usually up 6:15 to 6:30, somewhere in there.
Right.
He's up. He may start kind of coming to around 6, but yeah, this morning it was 8 o'clock.
We were up a little later. We have a house guest. Mm-hmm. Catherine's still with us.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah made a salad, a salmon and shrimp salad with all of our homegrown cilantros and all that kind of stuff. And is it edamame? What do you say that?
Yeah, soybean.
She fried it and whatever. Mm-hmm. But anyway, and then I had some sushi. But we watched. Mm-hmm. The whole reason I meant to tell you that we started watching a movie that I kind of wanted to see at the theaters because it had gotten such good press. It's 96%.
On Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes.
That's unusual.
Most popular Hugh Jackson movie. Mm-hmm. It's called The Sheep Detectives.
The Sheep Detectives.
So kid friendly. I
don't even know if I've heard of it.
So the story, it's a mystery.
Okay.
So I know you like a mystery.
But
we didn't make it all the way through because I hit a wall. So we watched about half of it. But it's funny. So far I'm enjoying it. As you know, I love a mystery.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, that's my favorite.
It's basically Hugh Jackman is a shepherd, and he lives in an Airstream, and he's got some sheep. Mm-hmm. And after each day, he reads a mystery to his sheeps.
Okay.
And he doesn't really understand, but whatever. And then he'll go in and go to sleep. And then once he goes to sleep, you hear the sheep actually talking, like, "Oh, why'd he end there? Oh, this is who I think did it. This is who."
That's cute.
And then Hugh Jackman dies.
Oh.
He may have been murdered.
Oh.
And the sheep are going to detect and try and solve the murders and point the police in the right direction.
There you go.
So it's funny.
You gotta watch all of it then.
Yeah. So
are you gonna finish it?
For sure I will. Mm-hmm. And then there's a part where after he died, the butcher shows up and he's counting the sheep. And so he's in his car and he's like counting the sheep, and as he's counting them, he starts yawning. He falls asleep.
That's clever. That is. Even here's the thing: we've talked about paint by the numbers before. Even if the plot was paint by the numbers, I've never heard of a story anywhere related to that.
Right.
So that would make it fresh.
Yep.
Right. That's cool. I'll have to check it out.
And you can stream it for free.
Okay.
I think it's Netflix, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Or maybe it was Prime. I think it was Prime. Do you have Prime?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We've got Prime and Netflix. Well, Lauren, we'll have to show you. She's got some pictures and videos of a shepherd in Scotland.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That was, she said it was probably not necessarily the number one highlight of the trip, but it was the most fascinating part of the trip. He has all these commands that he hollers out and all these different whistles to the border collies, and they all have different meanings, and the border collies know exactly what they mean, like very, very detailed.
Right.
So they're there and there's no sheep to be found. He's like, watch this. And so he, barks out a few commands, and like they're not
to the dogs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And a couple different whistles, and the dogs just take off running, and they go through, like there's a line of trees, and they go through the tree line, and they go off, and Lauren's like, okay, what's happening? And then all of a sudden you hear, thunder hooves, and here come like 100 sheep. And then he's like, watch this. He's like, I'll make half of them go left. And he does this one specific whistle, and half of them just start going left because one of the dogs just pushes them over there. And like she said, it was just fascinating.
Wow.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Wow. That's cool.
So
there's a line in the movie where one of the sheeps are walking up to a church, and the other chief says, what is this? He goes, well, that's God's house. And he goes, who's God? And he goes, well, it's kind of complicated. He's a shepherd. He goes, oh, okay. But he's also a lamb.
So they're confused.
Right.
That's cool. Hugh Jackman.
And
where's
the
it
voices.
Based?
Say what?
Where's the movie based?
I don't know.
I mean, the country.
I don't know. I'm guessing in England.
England. So so he's in English. Okay.
Right. Yeah. And Bryan Cranston's the voice of one of the, and Julia Louis-Dreyfus is the voice of another one. And
okay.
There's some other famous names in there.
Okay.
That I don't remember the names by heart, but
right.
I've heard them in other. I recognize the voices and looked them up and recognize them.
Do you like Hugh Jackman?
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
I like him. One of his lesser known roles, maybe his hardcore fans know it. But I saw, it's called The Englishman Who Went Up a Hill and Came Down a Mountain. It's actually really good. It's a cute movie, and it's clean. And the only you might need subtitles because it's they're in Wales.
Gotcha.
And they're speaking English, but it's not English you and I can understand.
Right.
That part was difficult, but it's a cute movie, and it was.
I
funny.
can't think of a movie he's been in that I didn't like.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I
had just watched or streamed the show Song Sung Blue, which I thought was going to be a documentary, but it turned out it wasn't. About who sings Sweet Caroline?
Neil Diamond.
The name escaped me, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's an impersonator. But it's
Okay.
based on a true story, and
Okay.
it was good.
The Jewish Elvis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure enough.
Yep. I saw Neil Diamond in concert.
Did you really?
Yeah, Lawrence Joel. In the 90s.
One of my good friends, Kelly Laughlin. Now she was Mason. She's a huge fan of his. So whenever I see him, I think of her.
Yep.
So, and she's a talented singer.
It was a good show. I don't remember much about it. I do remember that the ratio of male to female to male was probably about 4-1. There were couples there, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, but I mean, it was like,
I enjoy his music.
oh yeah,
I think it's fun. Sarah's, she's anti-fun.
She is anti-fun. That's why you said I think it's fun. I see. He got 7.5 hours of 90 sleep score right there.
That's right.
That was good. Like, yeah. Sarah is anti-fun.
She is anti-fun.
Yeah. So, what was his face that she detected when you're talking about what was the animal we were talking about? Oh, she took some bug outside or something, and she's like, "I saw the face you made."
I don't remember what we were talking about. I think maybe I don't remember. Maybe she caught him. She does. She doesn't kill anything.
Yeah,
she caught something and carried it outside, and you made a face when I told you that.
Like, what?
Just stomp on it.
I believe I don't think you should kill just for the sake of killing, but there are some things I'm going to kill,
like insects.
Yeah, insects. Like they like literally procreate every 4 seconds. Like it, anyhow. Yeah, my sister-in-law is that way. She does not watch the show, so I can say it. She, she'll be like cupping a fly in a cup and like take it out. So I'm like, dude,
Sarah
come on.
may eventually listen to the show, not as fast as Todd.
Yeah. I mean,
by the way, this the fan number 11. He says I said he was number 11. So I don't know where I would have gotten it.
You did.
But I thought he told me, and that's where I got it from.
Well, I don't know. But the first time that phrase was coined in my ears was from you.
Well, maybe I was.
And you said, "Oh, Todd, fan number 11," and I thought you were busting on Omar.
Maybe I was just being,
because we had just talked about World War 11,
gotcha.
like the episode before.
No, I think I pulled it out of the air.
Okay.
I think.
I don't know where it came from.
Right there. Or maybe it was in my mind for Omar, and it just stuck.
Because I mean, but what that does, even though that was in your mind, what about him is 11? Maybe because we had said, I think a week or two before, I said something about we had 10 listeners.
There you go.
That's probably what it was. I said we had 10 listeners. Then we were making fun of Omar. And then you said fan number 11. I bet that's what it was.
I hope that's it, because that means that I'm retaining things from a week before, which doesn't usually happen. But
I can't remember stuff from yesterday.
But I was just going to say, I don't think if Sarah's listening, I don't think it's a negative remark that she's a criticism on her part that she's saving animals or critters or insects or whatever. I think that's a very.
I'm just surprised. I'm not surprised that Sarah.
Quality.
I'm not surprised that Sarah's listening. I'm surprised that she's watching. That's the part. It's like, I get it. Like, did she see? Did she hear my the look on my face? No, she saw the look.
Well,
on my
her
face.
preferred medium is YouTube. She watches everything on YouTube.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Plus, I'm pretty good to look at. So. You never get enough of this.
Oh no. Both of us, yeah. We do what we can. Yeah, that's all part about the show prep. I mean, it's the stylists are in here, makeup artists. I mean,
this is all natural.
Yeah, we got the lighting over there on the other side. Yeah,
beautiful backdrop.
Yeah, beautiful backdrop.
Speaking of the backdrop, you sent me a picture of a library.
Good? Yeah,
that library in, what was it, Scotland?
Scotland. Yeah.
How old was it? It was probably
hundreds
older
of years.
than our country.
Yeah, it was old. But just that one picture that Lauren had, I was like, oh, that's where we need to record our show.
And what did I say?
On our trip?
On our trip, when we visit all 34 countries.
I think Scotland is on the list. Well, I think it is.
Well, that is where we'll record when we do our 34 international.
Maybe we should have done
tour
of one country.
That's the place we'll pick there. But we'll pick libraries in each of these countries.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's where we'll meet our fans.
That's what we'll do. Yeah, we'll have book signings. It's like meet and greets with autograph signings. Yes.
We can sign our merch.
Yes.
Todd can come to Scotland and we'll sign his shirt with a platinum pen. Or gold, if that is his choice. If that is his preference.
We'll let them choose. Yeah. We're all about the fans. We'll let them choose.
Yeah. You hear that, Todd? You get to pick the color.
Yeah. Number 11. Well, we might even have to get. He should have got like 11 on the back of it. Like he's fan number 11. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Well, we have had some rain, Eric.
Yes, we have.
We've needed it. We're still in a very serious drought, but take anything we can get. Have you? And I know some of it has been like everywhere, and some of it's been widespread. Have you had a decent amount at your house?
We did more at our house than even Sarah's parents got in Liberty.
Okay,
and they got a fair amount, but
right.
We really did well. And
the main thing is, it needs to be over our reservoirs. Yeah, sure, our yards and trees and all that, but if they can get if a front could come over and stall out over the reservoir and just dump like a foot of rain, that would be awesome. We are, but
another celebrity birthday tomorrow. A celebrity birthday coming up tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
yeah.
Who is it?
Lincoln.
Oh, yeah, Lincoln. Oh, that's right. No, that birthday party.
Yes.
Yeah.
Celebration.
Yeah, that's right. Yes. Lincoln. Yes, my son is 7. We're having a birthday party for him tomorrow. And
we were talking about that, and then it was Catherine said, "How old is Jackson?" And I said, I believe he's 13. And she goes, "No, there's no way." And I said, "Sarah, isn't Jackson 13?" She says, No, he's not 13.
Yeah, and then you texted me.
And then I texted you, and of course, he was right.
Mm-hmm.
I was right.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I need to say I told you so to anybody that's listening.
Right. Well, when you're always right, it's just a given.
Yeah. I mean, I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken. That's what my dad used to say.
Oh, man. Deuce has so many. It was great. I thought I was wrong once. Oh, man. And then what was the other one?
Oh, I have a whole plaque of sayings that he used to say.
So,
if frogs had wings, you wouldn't bump his little butt.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. And
your favorite is Faint Heart.
Yeah, Faint Heart, Fair Lady. Yeah. A lot of them came out while we were playing Bit 500. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just randomly here and there in other games. What was that game that I hated? I still hate. The one where it gave me anxiety.
Was it Dictionary? No. Oh.
The one with that
catchphrase. Wasn't it a catchphrase where you had to push a button? Yeah.
But yeah, like I liked the game all except for that part. But that thing, seriously, I'm not saying this for humor. It literally gave me stress, anxiety. Like it's not. If you took that part away from it,
it's okay.
I would love to.
I see the stress in your face now. Reliving the moment.
It's a horrible game for that part. Yeah, that's too stressful for me. So
I think we've incoherently rambled enough in the entry.
We have. Well, not enough. Enough for the intro.
Right.
Enough, but not enough for this episode.
No, we got to get back on track.
Yeah, so subscribe, follow, engage, and if you are so inclined to get some merchandise, that would be cool too. It helps. It doesn't just help us grow the show, right? It also helps. Well, I mean,
it helps other people find the show,
right,
so they can waste their time as well.
Exactly, because the more you watch it, the more it gets watched, the more the different platforms will present it
or listen to
it. Yeah, the more that the platforms will make it available as suggestions for other potential listeners. So, by you doing that, it just gets us in front of more people,
right?
Which
is good or bad,
right? And we got about a 1% rate of hanging on to the listener.
Thank you, Todd.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you. Whatever's going on in Vietnam, thank you. I mean, it's just it blew up a couple weeks ago, and so that's cool. It's not that we're great, but it's a humbling experience to know there are literally people from every continent. I believe we have every continent except for Antarctica. Literally, that's pretty cool.
That's our goal.
Yeah. We can just get some scientists down there to find us. We'll literally have all 7 continents.
Or a penguin or something.
A penguin. So thank you. We appreciate it. And with that, we'll scoot over to celebrity birthdays.
I didn't have a lot, but we have quality.
We do have quality. Like
with our events. I didn't have a ton of events, but I got some interesting events.
Yeah. I mean, we got quality like Quinn Mendenhall. I mean, sorry. No offense to Quinn.
He's an Instagram star.
Yeah.
At the age of 17.
Yeah. So but these look, Tobey Maguire, today's his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
But look, this says he's 51.
Mm-hmm.
But this says he was born in 75, which makes him 51. But earlier when I looked at this,
mm-hmm.
I bet wherever this is located, this is hosted, it was not midnight yet. Because it said he was 50.
Gotcha.
Like when I looked at this, it said he was 50 years old. And I was like, that's 50. Now it says 50.
Well, see, I'm old school. You can't tell by our studio, but I work off of paper.
Mm-hmm.
And you work right off the off the computer.
Mm-hmm.
And I print mine a day ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And so mine says he's 50 because
he was 50.
He was 50.
Absolutely.
Technically, he was.
That's right.
50.99.
So Tobey Maguire, we both, before the show, we both said that we were not familiar with him until Spider-Man 2002.
Right.
even though he had done some work before then. But that's what kind of catapulted him to
definitely a celebrity.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Spider-Man's what made him, but The Great Gatsby was the other thing I remember. I had forgotten, but you'd mentioned Seabiscuit, which I really liked. I liked Seabiscuit. What's that laugh for?
Seabiscuit. No, it had nothing to do with you saying that. It's something from my past. But,
gotcha.
And Pleasantville.
Inside joke that I'm not even inside.
Did you see Pleasantville?
I did. I like that too.
Is that the one that's in black and white?
Yeah, and then switches the color at times.
Does it have? Isn't Jeff Daniels in it?
I don't remember Jeff Daniels. It's been a while since I watched it.
I've never seen it, and I've always wanted to see it. Okay.
Gotcha. He's I read he's a really good poker player.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he plays in those celebrity poker tournaments, and he's quite talented. I mean, borderline professional poker player.
Oh, okay.
So
I guess he's got that poker face.
Perhaps.
No.
He's
Seabiscuit.
He's got a mind. I mean, you have to really have a sharp mind for that.
Right. Yeah.
Inside joke there too. Inside joke.
Oh, I'm gonna stop. See, I'm behaving myself.
Yes, you are.
And I don't consider her a celebrity. But I mean, she is a celebrity.
You have to consider her as a celebrity, but I didn't even know what
Khloe Kardashian.
I am not a reality TV person. No, I cannot stand reality TV.
Well, for one thing,
not even like Survivor. People love Survivor. I like the 1 or 2 episodes of that. I just can't get into it.
So when Survivor first came on, the very first season, that CBS was like that's all they promoted. And so I had some level of interest.
Oh, by the way, we're talking about Khloe Kardashian here.
Yeah, Khloe Kardashian.
Her name.
Yeah. I had some interest in it just because it was promoted so heavily, and it seemed like a cool concept. I did not even finish the whole first episode. I was maybe 15 minutes into it. I was just like, yeah, this isn't for me.
Who's the host of that show? Remember something Prohl, but I think he's from Greensboro.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I could be wrong, but I think he was.
I don't know.
I'll have to look that up. I don't want to mislead our listeners, but
I don't.
For some reason I have that in my mind, and I'm not even sure.
Well, it came out in 2001?
Yeah. I have no idea, but it's been a while.
Well, they just had their 50th season, and they do 2 seasons a year. So I'm 25 minus 26. I'm 26 minus 25. I think it came out in 2001.
So tell us about Khloe.
Khloe, she's the younger sister of Courtney and Kim. I mean, they all definitely have celebrity level, but I think Kim, in my mind, is the biggest of them.
Right.
Mainly, I mean,
you mean most famous?
Most famous, married to Kanye and all manner of stuff. But yeah, I mean, she the Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
I lied. He was from Wichita, Kansas.
Well, that's close to Greensboro.
I don't know where I got that.
What's his name?
I love making things up. Jeff Probst.
It's Probst.
Jeff.
Isn't that a weird last name? Probst. Probst. Okay. She dropped out of high school, but she continued her education as a homeschool student. She did appear on The Celebrity Apprentice in 2009. She has worked as a model. She's owned a boutique, and she co-hosted The X Factor with Mario Lopez.
Yep.
And she was married to Lamar Odom.
Yep.
And she has dated French Montana. I have no clue who that is. And James Harden, who is my cousin.
Did you mention that she started a inclusive clothing line called Good American?
I try to stay away from inclusivity, so I don't see that on here.
That brand made history by earning $1 million in sales on the very first day.
Wow.
So I think it was like the largest denim reseller.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I also read that she was in a car accident and had a traumatic brain injury where she had like a concussion and long-term memory loss.
And she is tied into the Jenners as well, right? Isn't?
Yeah. Well, I assume all the
half sister Kylie and Kendall, right? Yep. So, happy birthday to her.
Yep. Who else you have?
Today
Oh,
today was one of our personal heroes. Like, I can't.
Helen Keller. We've actually visited her gravesite.
Did we?
Yeah, when we were in Washington.
Oh, that's right.
Her ashes are interred at the National Cathedral in the
had
columbarium, or whatever you call that.
I had forgotten that. Right.
So, of all of our celebrities, we have actually been to her resting place.
Mm-hmm. We've been to Edgar Allan Poe's grave.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, that's right. We like to keep it
that
dark.
That was a different trip.
Yeah, it was in Baltimore.
Yep.
Still in proximity. So that's right. Her ashes are there. I have forgotten that. Helen Keller.
Political activist, author, lecturer.
Lived for 88 years, which is impressive.
Yep.
Back then, right? It was a very long life. And she was the first deaf and blind person to earn a BA. And to play pinball.
Really?
Right.
Oh, I was going to say. I'm a little slow. Well, I can't blame it on sleep. She sure plays a mean pinball.
Was she able to talk?
I mean, I've seen videos, but it's broken.
Okay. So she wasn't dumb. She was just deaf and blind.
Right.
Okay. But she still played a mean pinball.
Yes, she did. She lost her hearing and her sight at 19 months old.
Yep. They believe it was either scarlet fever or meningitis.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. In my research, that didn't come up.
Yeah, she had a disease, but that's what the assumption was, because I don't think it was ever actually.
She was friends with Mark Twain, as you mentioned before our show.
Clemens. Yep.
Thomas Edison, Charlie Chaplin, and Alexander Graham Bell.
Oh, okay. Her paternal grandmother was a second cousin of Robert E. Lee.
Her paternal grandmother was the second cousin
of Robert E. Lee.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Are you? It's called Incoherent Ramblings.
Mm-hmm.
No offense to her, but do you like Mark Twain?
I do. I like Mark Twain a lot.
I have read. I'm not a huge reader. You've read a lot more than I have. Not a huge reader as far as sitting down with a book and reading it. I've read quite a few of his books, and I've thoroughly enjoyed all of them. I think he's fantastic.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, she was born in Alabama, Tuscumbia, and
she died the year I was born. Look at that, 68,
1968. Yep, sure. I mean, she was
about 3 months old when she passed away. How about that? Isn't that crazy?
She was just 26 days from turning 88. So
I see stuff like that, and it makes me think that I'm old. I was alive when we were alive at the same time.
Right.
I started looking at our events.
And she was born in 1880.
She was 1880, and she was alive when I was alive. And then I look at our events, and more of the events, I was alive during them.
Right. Right. Because, we like to keep it current.
We do like to keep it current. But so we used to, this is not good.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we shouldn't mention it. But when we were younger and had less taste, we used to tell Helen Keller jokes.
I'd say more taste.
We used to tell Helen Keller jokes, but we won't share that with our. Some of those were very inappropriate.
Yes.
Just like, well, no, I shouldn't say that.
See, that's why I said before. I was like, we really shouldn't go there. And you're like, we could tell one.
Well, like Natalie Wood. I used to say jokes about Natalie Wood.
Oh, yes.
That were not of great taste. And my mom used to get offended when I would say Natalie Wood jokes.
I learned my first Natalie Wood joke from my father, which is he's not the kind of person you would expect to hear a Natalie Wood joke from. And my mother was so upset when he told it. Which one was it?
Well, the one I used to tell my mom was, why did Natalie Wood take a bath on the shore?
No. Why didn't she take a shower on the boat?
That's right. Why didn't she get a shower on the boat?
You prefer to wash up on shore.
That's it. Yeah. Thank you for correcting. That's a long time ago.
There's a lot more Natalie Wood. We'll just stop. Yeah. The Helen Keller. So there is. I think there's two camps on this, and I think I'm on the camp of the vast majority of comedians, right? Woke, not woke, and everywhere in between. I think they're all pretty much in the same camp. Like nothing's off limits in comedy.
Right.
I do think there are a few things that are off limits in comedy. However, I do appreciate comedy that targets everyone, right? Mm-hmm. At that point in time, I think that makes it non-offensive because you're targeting everyone. And so I learned the Helen Keller jokes from my cousin, Jeremy. He had the total tasteless joke books, volumes like 1 through 9.
You brought that to work one time when we worked together back in '94.
Yeah, and just horribly offensive, which makes it funny because that's just how comedy works.
I also think you can tell a joke too soon after somebody's passed. I think you got to give it, to be respectful, you got to give it time to breathe. Clearly, it's not too soon.
Time to breathe. Was that a joke?
No, I didn't mean it that way.
Right.
But but enough time's gone by with Helen.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, you were only 3 weeks old, or 3 months old when she passed.
Not even.
Yeah. So, but Helen Keller, it's a significant name in our world and our country's history, for sure. Yeah.
Could we think of a Helen Keller joke that's not too? Here's one. Helen Keller walks into a bar, and then a chair, and the table. We'll leave it there. That's all we have for Helen Keller.
And let me tell you why that joke is funny and not offensive. Let me tell you why it's not offensive.
Please share.
Because it's not true. Because there was a period of time that I fostered dogs. Mm-hmm. And I had a dog that was 100% blind. And you would think he would have been walking into the couch and the chair and the table. He never did. It was unbelievable. So obviously, the whole thing about if you don't have one sense, other senses are sharper and stronger. Mm-hmm. That's obviously true. And as smart as dogs are, humans at least possess the capacity to be smarter. Not all of us are. But I mean, it would be unlikely just because the other senses heighten so much. So, but in your mind, if someone's blind, they're going to walk into stuff. That's why it's funny and not offensive. Okay, I'll stop there. Helen Keller. Happy birthday. I know what this guy has been in, but I don't know him, so I'm going to skip right over him. Do you know him?
I do not know him.
Let's see here. Who else we have?
I have two kings.
Two kings.
That are not on your list.
I do know. Was there a Charles?
Yes.
Charles. Is it the 10th?
The 9th.
The 9th.
So close.
Oh,
so close.
Oh, I was reading about that recently. Okay, Charles IX. Tell us about Charles IX.
Charles IX, King of France, born in 1550, because we like to keep it current. Mm-hmm. Ascended to the throne at the age of 10.
Wow, yeah.
Young king.
Didn't have any poo on him.
What do you call me, king? Because he was... was that him or is that somebody else? No, that was the other king. His mother pretty much took control while he was king, and that was Catherine de Medici. She wielded the actual political power.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
So she brought forks and tablecloths to the French court.
Okay.
Before that, they didn't apparently use forks and tablecloths.
Just use your hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Her parents, Catherine de Medici's parents, died of the plague, and she got married to the king at the age of 14.
Okay, yeah.
And she also, as many back then, consulted mediums, and she consulted Nostradamus.
Oh, Nostradamus, yeah. Yeah, like Mary Todd. Lincoln.
Yep.
She was always having a seance or two up in the White House.
There you go.
Yep.
And then the other king I have is King Louis the 12th.
Okay. French also.
Also French.
Also French, yeah.
He was born in 1462.
Okay.
Known as the Just.
Oh, yes. King Louis the Just.
King Louis the Just. He inherited the throne by sheer coincidence after his cousin, King Charles VIII, died in a freak accident hitting his head on a low door lintel.
Well, that would be a freak accident. Oh, okay.
Those are the two kings.
Very current.
Very current.
But yeah, 14. You took it from the 1500s to 1400s.
I like to go. That is the oldest birthday I have.
1 century away from us. Okay. Yeah. And I thought I had some other bigger names in here.
I've got one that's not a huge name, but I want to mention it anyway.
Oh yeah, go for it.
He is a celebrity at his time. I can't for sure was a celebrity of his time. And he's from Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, there you go.
So we got I'm from Dayton, Ohio, for those listeners that don't know. So his name is Paul Laurence Dunbar. Are you familiar with that name?
Paul Dunbar.
Paul Laurence Dunbar.
Maybe if I hear about him, I will.
American poet and novelist, born in Dayton, Ohio. He was the first Black poet to gain national and international acclaim.
Okay.
He died when he was just 33. He attended Dayton Central High School. Okay. And his classmates, and they were close, was Orville and Wilbur Wright.
Oh, okay.
So he went to school with him. And he hired Orville and Wilbur to run the presses at the Tatler newspaper, which is an African newspaper at the time, African-American newspaper at the time.
Oh, cool deal. They take it to new heights? Lame, I know.
But anyway, and we'll find out later in the show, because we're going to come back to him.
Okay.
But
that's how we do. We loop things back.
Yeah. But he was I think a elevator operator or something like that. Okay. So
good deal. And when was he born?
He was born in 1872.
1872. Okay.
Died in 1906.
Oh yeah, young.
Just 33.
Cool. So right there in Dayton, Ohio, some history. Thank you for sharing. I think the name sounded familiar, but I could not have told you from where.
I'm from Dayton, Ohio, and I did not remember ever reading about him.
Paul Dunbar. That's somewhere at some point in time. I'm sure I read about him. Well, cool deal. This is a big name.
That is a big name. He's on my list.
Yeah. We got a J.J. Abram. 60-year-old today.
67.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. 60.
Born in 66.
Yep.
I knew about him first, because I don't watch Mission Impossible.
Right.
But the first time I was really aware of him was Lost. And then I started I realized, did some research that he obviously had done a lot more than just that. Right. You watched Lost?
I did watch Lost. Yeah. I didn't watch it when it was out. Ironically, I didn't watch it till years later when you could stream it.
Okay. Okay. What are your thoughts on that show?
I enjoyed it.
I did too.
Yeah, I really did.
I will have to admit, there were times that I would feel cheated, or because they dangled the carrot. Mm-hmm. They dangled the carrot, and I don't mean for the season finale to hook you in to make sure you're going to watch the next season. Mm-hmm. They dangled it every show.
Yep.
And I'm just like, well, at any point in time, and then you never got the carrot. But that kept me engaged. But I thought it was really well done.
And I really enjoyed it. That came out when you couldn't stream. That you had to watch it the next week. You watched it week after. Yeah.
But that was when we had the absolute best DVR experience of our life, which is TiVo. And when I saw how much I liked it, I wouldn't watch it. Because, that whole water cooler talk, I get there's some coolness to that, but I like letting it record maybe 4 or 5 shows in a row and then watch it over a weekend. So
you invented streaming.
I did, man. I
streamed binge watching.
Yeah.
You invented binge watching.
Hey,
what you did.
TiVo was great.
Yes, it was.
Hands down the best platform either one of us ever used.
To this day.
Yeah. There's nothing that comes close to it.
What else I have
for us?
Correct.
Yeah.
It's a matter of opinion, but ours is what matters. It's our show.
I mean, it's our bully pulpit.
That's right.
Right? We're not bullies, but still.
But yeah, he did Lost. He did Alias. He directed a couple different Star Wars.
Yeah.
I think he's the only director that did Star Wars and Star Trek.
Right.
Let's see what else. Apparently, Tom Cruise loved Alias and was binge watching it later, or watching it after the fact, and saw that he was involved and got him involved. They became friends. He looked him up. They started talking, became friends, and that's when how he got involved with the Mission Impossible.
Okay. So, did you watch Alias?
I did.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, I did watch. Isn't that Jennifer Garner or something? I can't remember.
I don't remember either.
I did enjoy it.
Okay. I know I've heard of it, and I think I've been thinking about going and watching Lost again. I haven't seen it since when it was first run. So,
oh, he also composes the music for like the entry music and theme songs for many of the TV shows, like Alias and Lost and Felicity and stuff like that.
Yeah, talented guy for sure.
Yeah,
and he's done some. I know he's done mostly TV, but
no, he's done.
No,
I'm
saying. Well, let me rephrase that. I learned about him and knew him from TV, but he's done some like blockbusters.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I know him more from the blockbusters than from the TV. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going by because, like, on here, the only movie that they mention, Taking Care of Business, which would Jim Belushi was his first one, but Mission Impossible, like, so they only mentioned 2 movies, and then there's a
with all the Star Wars and Star Trek stuff, and
yeah, cool deal. Happy birthday to Mr. Abrams.
What else you got? I got 2 more.
Vera Wang, 77 today. You've at least heard.
That's a big one. I have heard of her,
Yeah, she's a fashion designer, and the really
fancy dresses at the red carpet, red carpet stuff. And
then also the bags. Have you seen them? They're like paisley, and they're like really bright colors, and like a weekend bag that a lady may take on a trip or something like that. Right. Yeah,
you know more about handbags than I do.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Lauren, that's not her thing anymore. But when we first started dating, that was her number one handbag. So handbags and shoes, I am well versed. Our closet looks like Imelda Marcos lives here.
Well, I have got.
See, we keep it current.
We do.
Imelda Marcos. People are like, who? Maybe we'll pick up some listeners in the Philippines now.
I thought we already had them.
We may, but that little name drop, that's going to draw them in. I'm telling you.
Bruce Johnston.
Bruce Johnston.
Last week we were talking about the Beach Boys.
Mm-hmm.
He was brought in to replace Brian when Brian was doing taking a step back to do. What was it? Well,
I just remember he was on a break.
Right.
I don't remember why.
He didn't do the traveling. That's when they brought him in. He stayed with them for like a decade.
Right.
Or decades.
Mm-hmm.
He also wrote Barry Manilow's song, I Write the Songs.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And won a Grammy for that.
I've always found that interesting because if you don't know who wrote it and you're listening to Barry Manilow sing it, you would assume that he wrote it.
Right.
I write the songs that people sing. But actually, he didn't.
No, he did not. That was Bruce Johnston.
That was Bruce Johnston, yes.
Born in 1942.
1942. Oh, okay. Is he still with us?
I don't know.
Because that would make him 84.
I bet he is. Let's look and see. I should know that. I should have done the research. If I'm bringing this name to the table. You could probably look up faster than I can since you're on the computer.
I would have to type. I can do it on my phone.
Which is what I'm doing.
Oh,
he died in 94.
94. Man, we are way behind on that.
Wait, no, that's not him. Different Brian Johnston. I guess that is a popular name.
At Beach Boys.
I am.
There you go. He's still with us.
He's 84.
84 years old.
There you go.
Yep.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I have someone else who is no longer with us.
Okay.
whose birthday was today. Ross Perot.
Oh, yeah, Ross Perot.
Perot.
That's why my maternal grandmother called him Ross Perot. She also said Chevrolet.
When I think of him, I think of Dana Carvey.
Oh, for sure.
He did the greatest impression of him.
He did so many amazing impressions.
After I saw this, I was doing the preppers like 2 days ago, and I saw it. I started rewatching all the Dana Carvey impressions of him on SNL.
But, did you see the interview? You've probably seen it, where they're interviewing Dana Carvey, and he was talking about when he was at the White House, and he actually fooled.
Oh yeah. But that was not for Ross. That was
that was for Bush Jr.
Bush Jr.
Yeah. But like,
no, it was Senior.
Was it Senior?
Bush Senior.
Right. And Barbara Bush actually thought it was her husband. Yeah. I mean, think about what higher compliment could you have,
right,
than to fool someone's spouse?
Right.
That's impressive.
That is impressive. But Ross Perot, American businessman, billionaire, and presidential candidate, born in Texarkana, Texas, self-made Texas billionaire. His wife loaned him $1,000 to start EDS. He was a top salesman at IBM. He pitched an idea for them. They said they didn't want to do it, so he just started his own company, and later sold it to who did he sell it to? General Motors for $2.5 billion.
Wow! And
then he founded Perot Systems in '88, which Dell eventually bought for $4 billion.
Oh wow! What? Yeah.
Wow! Two of his employees were held hostage in Iran. In 1979. I think they made a movie about this.
Yeah, I remember reading that.
And he hired a retired U.S. Army colonel to lead a successful commando-style raid to break them out of prison and smuggle them across the border.
Good deal.
And then he ran for president in 1992 as an independent candidate.
I was going to ask you.
Yeah, he was independent.
I thought he was libertarian.
And he got 19% of the vote. And I remember because the media has control of everything. Right. He just bought his own 30-minute ads on TV and just got on the TV and just gave 30 minutes of talking about the economy and national debt, which is when I started paying attention to it.
Right.
And he had his own hand-drawn charts and everything. He was a very folksy person.
Yes.
And very relatable.
Oh, I thought so. Yeah, for sure. I liked him. I thought he seemed like a sensible guy.
Yeah.
Barb.
That's all I've got for celebrity birthdays.
Oh, man, it'd be cool if it was Dana Carvey's birthday. We could have him on the show.
Oh, we should.
I'll reach out. He really is.
I was talking to Sarah and Catherine last night, and I brought up Ryan Seacrest because he's in our show later. He's in the events later. Okay. And I said, he'll be on the show tomorrow because I tease him with things to encourage our listeners.
Yeah.
Pulls them in, so we might get 2 listeners there.
Might.
And I said, he'll be on the show tomorrow. I said, I'm not actually on the show.
Rion Seacrest. You're about as Spanish as Rion Seacrest. Yeah, we should
Ryan, we could invite Ryan as well.
Yeah, we will. Ryan, yeah, sure. I think Dana Carvey would be cool though.
Oh, I would. Nothing against Ryan.
No, yeah,
but Dana would be fun.
That was. I remember there was a period of my life, and it's real easy. We've kind of talked about this before, not this targeted, about how. If you grow up in Ohio, you think Raisins Cane's is the best chicken, right? Or if you're in Atlanta, you think Chick-fil-A.
I'm not a fan of.
No, I know. I'm just, but you.
No, I get your point.
Yeah. Or people in New Mexico is like, our Mexican food is the best,
right?
Like, what?
Or even what part of North Carolina? What kind of barbecue?
Right, exactly. So that plays in. But for me, there was a period of SNL that was. Not that I didn't appreciate the stuff that came before it. I did. But sometimes.
And some that came after.
Some that came after it. But also, the thing is about it, like, it's like when you go back and watch, like, if you took people half our age and younger and had them watch Dangerfield on Carson, they might smile here and there, but they're going to miss out on a lot of the references.
Right.
Some of them I miss out on, right? But I can also Google it because I'm like, wait, I think I know that name, or, but it's still funny. But so I would watch some of the older SNL and I miss out on some of the references, but I still thought it was funny. But there was a period of time when Dana Carvey was on there, like, even if the skit was bad, his part was still hilarious.
Right.
He's just really good.
It dumbfounds me to this day how he had his own show after that, and it didn't make it.
Right.
It was so bad.
Right.
But how could it not be funny with him?
Right.
It's just they really.
Right. Yeah. It wasn't him.
Right.
Right. Yeah. No, good stuff. Are we out of birthdays?
That's all I had. I don't know if you had any that you wanted to mention beyond.
No. This is the only one that I didn't have on my other list, but she looks like a miserable person, so I'm going to skip over her.
Yeah, I never heard of her. You can't call her a celebrity.
Yeah, I'm not about anarchists. I don't like them. I'm anti-anarchist.
There you go. It's not anarchist birthday day.
No, yeah. Let's see. Well, so this day in history, the first thing listed is President Truman orders U.S. forces to Korea in 1950. I guess that would be the Korean War.
That's a big thing.
That is a significant time in our history for sure.
My father was in that war, and so was my uncle.
So I knew that your father was in the military. So he was in Korea?
He didn't. My uncle was there.
Okay.
And because they were brothers, I guess they.
So your father was enlisted.
He was enlisted. He served in the Air Force.
Okay.
But not actually in Korea.
Okay. But your uncle was there.
My uncle was there. So.
But he was serving during the war,
Correct.
So he could have been.
He could have been
brought, right.
But I think the reason they didn't was because my uncle was there.
Oh, okay.
And they don't want to put both in danger at the same time if it can be avoided. So, but first major proxy war, a war without congressional approval, was technically classified as, it wasn't classified as a war, as rather a police action. And we provided command through the United Nations. So,
gotcha.
76 years ago today.
Yep.
But that was a big one.
That was. I have something for a little more current than that. From 1844.
Oh, let's see. How about 1844? I'm going to guess is that? I'm saying on a second. Is that Joseph Smith?
It is. Yes, Joseph Smith was killed by a mob. And
did you know that? I didn't know that.
I didn't know the details around it. I knew because I've studied many different religions, and no offense, that could offend some people. They consider themselves Christians, but anyhow, without going to that, I study a lot of different things. And I probably read it, but I knew he was murdered. I did not know the details around it.
Right.
I didn't.
So he was a founder of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
LDS.
I didn't realize he died at 38.
Yeah, young.
So I was shocked by that. I was shocked that he was shot by a mob.
Right.
He and his brother had been arrested.
They broke into the jail.
Yeah, they broke in. His brother jumped out a window or something, was killed almost immediately. They were charged with treason for, I guess, inciting I guess there was a newspaper that was saying unsavory things about him. And so they had that place burned or something, destroyed or whatever. And they were arrested for that. And did you know he was running for president at the time? At the time he was killed, he was running for president.
Oh, from jail?
Well, he had... yeah, apparently. I think he had recently been arrested, but he was running for president. And as an independent candidate at the same time as Polk and Clay.
Okay.
That was the presidency. So he was an independent, and he was the first presidential candidate to be assassinated.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So I didn't know any of that until I started researching this and saw that. I was interested.
That is interesting. You got anything else for today? I mean, I have a few things.
That's the oldest thing I had from 1844.
Okay.
In
I have something older
1893, I thought was just as big, if not bigger.
Okay.
Probably bigger.
Okay.
And that was the stock crash of the New York Stock Exchange, the Panic of 1893.
Oh, the Panic of 1893.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was a severe economic depression triggered by overbuilding of American railroads, collapse of foreign investment, and the depletion of the U.S. gold reserves. So it resulted in the failure of over 15,000 businesses, 500 banks, sending national unemployment as high as 19%.
Wow.
Can you imagine that?
That's significant.
The U.S. Treasury was dangerously low. President Cleveland was forced to turn to private enterprise like J.P. Morgan and the Rothschild family to borrow $65 million in gold to replenish the gold reserves.
Wow.
Fear of contagion led to a run on gold in the U.S. Treasury. So apparently there was a Silver Act that was passed where the government agreed to buy a large amount of silver backed by U.S. currency. And then they found a mine out west. So we had an influx of even more silver, which lowered the price of silver. Down. So then when they had this cash note for gold or silver, people thought that they wouldn't be able to, and they saw that the gold reserves were dwindling. They were afraid there wouldn't be enough gold for them to turn these notes in for gold. So then there was a run on the gold, and that was also what caused the collapse.
Gotcha.
So they repealed that Silver Act or what have you. It was what little I know about it. But
that's interesting. That whole run thing, we've seen it in banks and throughout history. A movie we like at Christmas, It's a Wonderful Life. It happens, and I'm not saying I don't understand why people get nervous about it, but almost always it would work out if you just take a step back and just let things play out. But I think it's like the whole mob mentality thing.
Right.
One person does it and they tell this person, next thing you know, you got 800 people there demanding $43 each, and the bank doesn't have it.
Right. The other thing was, it was like the first bubble. It was a railroad bubble
because they overbuilt.
Yeah. So there wasn't a lot of places to put their money. So the investors put their money in railroads, and then they overbuilt, and then railroads started to fail, and then banks started to fail, and so back then it wasn't guaranteed by the government. So banks failed, you lost everything.
Right. What else do we have here? I was going to say I do have something from 1829. James Smithson, the founding donor of the Smithsonian Institution, died.
How about that?
Yep, this day in 1829.
I did not have that on my list. I promised to revisit Paul Lunbar.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is the date of his birthday.
Right.
A famous. There was a writer for Harper's Weekly named William Dean Howell, who was considered the dean of American letters. People leaned into his beliefs, and so he wrote a review of Paul Laurence Dunbar's second book, Majors and Minors.
Okay.
And it got national acclaim. And so people all over because that was a nationwide and international news magazine, Harper's Weekly. And so people took his advice and started buying Paul Lawrence's book, Majors and Minors, and fell in love with his work. And so overnight he went from being like a elevator operator to international fame, and
he went viral.
He went viral
before going viral.
And that was and that was in 1896, 130 years ago.
That's neat.
Yeah,
that's a neat story.
And so the review came out on Paul Laurence Dunbar's birthday. So
I have today.
Mm-hmm.
In 1985.
Well,
Isn't that right? Yeah, 1985. Route 66 was decertified.
What does that mean?
Well, it says after 59 years, the iconic Route 66 enters the realm of history when the American Association of State Highway and Transportation Officials decertifies the road and votes to remove all of its highway signs.
So instead of being a highway, it becomes a route?
Yeah. Measuring 2,400 miles in its heyday, stretches from Chicago to Santa Monica, passing through 8 states. According to an article about its decertification, most of it followed a path through the wilderness forged in 1857 by U.S. Navy Lieutenant Edward Bill at the head of a caravan of camels. Over the years, wagon trains, cattlemen eventually made way for trucks and passenger automobiles. So it was decertified and it went to it was just a route. So
Nat King Cole had a song out called Route 66.
Yeah.
I get my kicks on Route 66.
Have you ever been on it?
No, I don't think I have.
So I will.
No, I know I haven't. Unless I was on it briefly in Chicago
here
or
or
something
there.
like that.
Yeah. So I have always found it interesting. A friend of mine, actually, her and her husband rented an RV, and they did that. And I think my cousin, I don't know if she's done all of it. I know she has done some of it, but it's a lot of like kitschy, like folksy, and then also like over the top, stuff like the world's biggest ball of yarn,
Right.
Stuff like that. But it's an iconic piece of our history. You got the Nat King Cole song, and it was mentioned in movies and stuff. I've always thought it would be cool. It's definitely not at the top of my list, right? But I've always thought it would be cool and interesting just to get on it and do it its entirety,
Right.
Even though that was before our time, right? But it's still, we're old enough to where a lot of things in our youth, like that was a common thing.
Right.
And I think it would be a neat thing. So
I'd like to drive down the Pacific Coast Highway in a 66 Mustang convertible. I'd like to tour that. That's one of my bucket lists. But
I would do it in any car.
Yeah, but my bucket list idea was
the convertible.
The convertible 66 Mustang.
Mm-hmm.
First aerial refueling happened on this date in 1923.
That blows my mind right now. I can't imagine it 103 years ago.
They did it with biplanes back then. That was before the military was. The military obviously used it,
right?
But they did it with biplanes back in 1923.
It's a pretty impressive thing. I've seen videos of it. I'm sure most people have, and it almost looks like it's unreal.
Yeah.
Like, how do you get these two objects that close to each other, wind turbulence and all that, going the exact same speed? It's almost like they're just suspended animation. That's pretty cool. And 103 years ago.
Yeah.
That's impressive to me. Wow.
First color television demonstration happened on this date in 1929.
1929.
That
was well before color TV.
Yes.
That's impressive.
So it happened in New York. They used a mechanical system. I think they had like something that turned, a color wheel that turned inside it. And they broadcast a bouquet of flowers from, I want to say they did it from like New York to Washington, D.C. or something like that. CBS broadcast the first commercial color program in 1951.
Okay. What program was it?
It didn't say.
Okay.
Almost no one owned a color set back then. Viewers were treated to a special demonstration of monitors in New York, Boston, and Philadelphia. When compatible color televisions finally went on sale to the public in 1953, they cost around $1,000, which is the equivalent of $9,500 today.
Wow.
For the first color TVs. And despite these early demonstrations, color TVs were a luxury. Black and white sets did not get outsold by color units in North America until 1970s.
I believe that for sure. Yeah. The first TV that I remember that my parents had was black and white.
Right.
And that I was born in 73. So that would have been, 77, 78, something like that.
Right.
And it was a black and white TV. And it was also 13 inches.
Right. So big screen.
Yeah, big screen. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. I didn't know. So they didn't really start to outsell and become prolific until the 70s. But the first one was in 1929. I didn't realize there was that big. Well, because I guess the infrastructure was there for TV.
Well, the technology they used in 29
it's not what
is not what
I get it. But my point is, they had the infrastructure for the black and white.
Mm-hmm.
In order to do color, all of that has to be replaced.
I don't know if the infrastructure had to be replaced as much as all the TVs.
The TVs, but I don't know if it was a bandwidth issue or whatnot.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Interesting still. Yeah. That's cool.
What else you got?
I'm out of history.
You're out of history? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Here's a cool one.
Yeah.
1942, FBI captures 8 Nazi saboteurs off New York's Long Island.
Mm-hmm.
So 8 German trained agents landed via U-boats in New York and Florida.
Okay.
They had a massive 2-year budget. Men carried $175,000 in cash, equivalent to $2.5 million today. Okay. They had plans to wreak havoc for 2 years. They were going to poison New York's water supply, blow up railway bridges, and they probably would have succeeded, except one of them felt like the plan was going to fail, so he just walked into the FBI office and turned himself in, and they quickly caught up with the other
like the blacklist.
7.
He went and turned himself in. Yeah. Wow.
Of the 8 men, 6 were electrocuted.
Mm-hmm. 2
of them were returned back to Germany.
They should have electrocuted. I love that. They were that. We need to go back to those days. I was born in the wrong era.
But yeah, they returned to Germany, and so I had to look up and see what happened to them. Like, my God, so maybe they didn't die here, but maybe they were killed in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
They were just ostracized in Germany because them turning themselves in led to the deaths of 6 others.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were basically men without a country.
Mm-hmm.
So
times have definitely changed, because that's happened now. They'd probably be elected to office. I'm just saying. I'm kudos for the guy for turning himself in.
Right.
It sounds like that with the cash that they had on hand and the plan, it could have really led to some significant event that thankfully was.
I had heard about somebody being captured in New York City
mm-hmm.
from a U-boat from Germany,
mm-hmm.
but I didn't know any of that.
I didn't know any of that. That's interesting.
In 1954, the first nuclear power station opens in Moscow.
Okay.
The world's first nuclear power connected to public electricity.
Okay.
And that was in 1954. Let's see here. The first nuclear reactor to successfully generate electricity was created in Idaho.
Okay.
But it was only lit like 4 light bulbs.
Oh.
Okay. And then let's see here. Obnisk was the first to connect to a grid that was in the United Kingdom's Calder Hall. It was the first large-scale commercial nuclear power station, but it had the dual purpose of creating electricity and plutonium for the military.
Okay.
And then the first commercial nuclear power plant in the U.S. was in Shippingport. It was an atomic power station in Pennsylvania. It went online in 1957, so 3 years after the one in Russia. And it was the first reactor core that was originally designed for a canceled nuclear-powered aircraft carrier.
Okay. It's interesting.
Yeah. And then in 1958, 68 years ago, a perfect game was broken with 2 outs in the 9th on June 27th. So close, man.
I knew you bring some. You always have some baseball facts for me. I love it.
Chicago White Sox left-hander Billy Pierce retired the first 26 Washington Senators batters at Kaminsky Park with 2 outs in the 9th inning. Pinch hitter Ed Fitzgerald hit a curveball down the right field that landed just fair by a foot.
Wow.
And then he struck out the next batter to win 3-0.
So close.
So close. The Senators manager, Cookie Lavagetto, who managed Fitzgerald's pinch hit at bat, famously also broke up a potential World Series no-hitter in the 9th inning as a player in 1947. Thought that was interesting.
My dad could have played for the White Sox. He was being courted by the White Sox and the Red Sox before his injury.
Wow.
Yeah. They were actually going to pull him up to AAA, which I'm not saying it's never happened, but usually you don't start at AAA.
Right.
So he could have, if he had done well there, would have been called up to MLB. So that's cool.
On this day in history in 1962, 64 years ago today, Joseph A. Walker takes the X-15, which is an experimental aircraft, to 40,104 miles per hour, Mach 5.92. That was in
40,000 miles an hour?
4,000.
4,000. I was like
104 miles an hour, which is Mach 5.92.
How long can that be sustained, though?
I don't know.
Can you imagine going 4,000 miles in 1 hour? That's mind-blowing.
It was hypersonic and orbital spacecraft. He was a NASA civilian test pilot, which made him the first civilian ever to reach space.
Okay.
Which I thought was kind of cool.
Do you know anybody that ever rode on the Concorde?
No.
I do. Mm-hmm. She's passed away now, but my cousin, Eleanor, and she told me about it, and she said it was really no different than any other plane she'd been on.
Really?
Except for, it was much faster from New York to I guess, London, or I'm assuming that's what she did. That was, so that's cool. 4,000. I can't even wrap my brain around that. Wow.
So we talked about Ross Perot earlier.
Yeah.
On this day in history, in 1962, also 64 years ago today, he founded EDS.
Okay.
I already told you he did it with a $1,000 check from his wife's savings.
Mm-hmm.
He made his entire 1962 sales quota in just 19 days.
Wow.
When the EDS went public in 1968, the stock price soared. Perot owned 10 million shares on the first day of trading. His net worth increased to $200 million overnight. He became the fastest, richest Texan ever.
Yeah.
We already talked about that.
Not oil. I mean, like you said, self-made.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Anyway, thought that was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And he founded on his birthday. He founded the company on his birthday.
Okay.
In 1972, the legendary video game home computer Atari Inc. was founded.
Oh, okay.
It was founded by Nolan Bushnell and Ted Dabney in Sunnyvale, California. Let's see here. They did it on a budget of $250, I believe it was.
Wow.
Yeah, $250, and within 5 years, it was worth $28 million.
Yeah, that was a breakthrough.
Before he co-founded Apple, 19-year-old Steve Jobs worked the night shift as a technician at Atari in 1974.
1974.
He even asked Bushnell to buy a stake in Apple for $50,000, which Bushnell declined. I bet he regrets that.
His family regret it.
And the origin of Chuck E. Cheese was created by them as well. So in a bid or help to sell more arcade cabinets, they conceptualized a pizzeria arcade, Pizza Time Theater, and after selling the business to Warner Communications, he later bought it back and reinvented it as Chuck E. Cheese chain.
Lined up out the door like the Stones were in town.
Who's that comedian?
Tim Wilson.
Tim Wilson, I know.
ain't even told a joke yet.
Warner Communications bought Atari for $28 million. 3 years later, Atari was pulling in $2 billion in annual sales, accounting for a massive portion of Warner's total revenue.
They bought it for what?
$28 million.
And it was turning billions
within
a year?
2 years.
Yeah.
Within 3 years, Atari was pulling in $2 billion.
I would say it was a good investment.
Amen. Amen.
Wow. Did you ever have an Atari?
I did.
2600?
I don't remember the model, but I remember playing Pong. It was very early.
Yeah. 2600 was I think.
My mom's best friend lived in Columbus, Ohio, and we went to their house, and they had it, and we played Pong. I played Pong on it for the first time, and it wasn't a few months later we got.
Yeah.
I remember Pitfall was my favorite game on that.
Okay.
So.
I never had I had a older cousin that had a 2600. My favorite Atari game, I can't remember the model. It was one that came out after that. Was called Joust. I don't know why. Do you know it?
I do remember it. Yes, flying horses and you joust.
Ostrich.
Ostriches.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You were flying on an ostrich and you were jousting, and I don't know why, but I was probably about Jackson's age, maybe a little bit younger, 10 to 12, and I just thought that was the coolest thing ever, and we would play it for hours.
I see them occasionally come up at estate sales. I go to estate sales every once in a while.
Well, you can buy it now. It's just in the controller.
I know, and I own that. I actually bought that. I haven't even hooked up my TV, but I bought it.
It plays everything, right? Yeah. I think at least all the big titles. Yeah. That's cool.
1973, 53 years ago today, James Bond Live and Let Die was released.
Mm-hmm.
In that movie, it was the first movie with Roger Moore as James Bond. Jane Seymour played the woman.
Okay.
She played Solitaire.
Okay.
There was a boat jump where they jumped over in Florida. They speedboat jumped over a section of highway and that was the longest boat jump broke the record and set the record for 3 years at like 110 feet or something.
They should have had Evel Knievel on that.
They should have. It was 110 feet.
Wow.
And there was a croc stunt where they had alligators, and the stunt man would actually run across the backs of the alligators to reach a certain spot. And the stunt man that did it for real. He got his foot bit, and I forget how many tries. Like he did like 5 or 6 tries to get it done, but it was actually on real alligators.
That's
no AI.
That would be unnerving.
Yep. 1988.
Okay, we're starting. This is practically yesterday.
It's practically yesterday. Only 38 years ago.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson KOs Michael Spinks in 91 seconds.
Yes. I did not see it because it was pay-per-view, but I do.
That's the thing. Back when Tyson fought, he had so many first-round knockouts,
right?
And you could only watch it on pay-per-view, which was not cheap,
right?
And several of my friends were like, "You want to watch this? You want to go in together?" But it's so hard to justify,
right?
That this fight.
How
many punches do you think were punched in this fight?
It was first-round knockout.
First-round knockout.
And how this round is 3 minutes, right? 42.
10. 8 of them landed by Tyson.
Well, what was Spinks doing?
It lasted 91 seconds.
Wow.
Both of them were undefeated going into it. This was like the fight to prove who was.
Yeah, Tyson. He's my goat.
So Tyson, the fight grossed $70 million.
70 billion?
Million. $70 million. Tyson earned $22 million for the 91-second bout. Spinks took home $13.5 million. Tyson essentially made $241,728 per second.
Wow.
So you remember you watched Rocky.
Oh yeah.
And Mickey was his trainer.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember if you remember this line, but Mickey says, you got to, for a 45-minute fight, you got to train hard for 45,000 minutes. He breaks this down as 10 hours a day for 10 weeks.
Okay.
So this fight lasted 1.52 minutes. Okay. So he would need to train for 1,520 minutes. That's 25.33 hours. That's 1.06 days. So basically he would have had to train for one day for $22 million.
Right.
The anthem, the national anthem they sang before it, lasted longer than the fight.
Right. Tyson was probably the only one that thought it would go that short. Right.
Probably.
Sure, nobody else expected it.
No, he was.
It's not like Spinks was a chump.
No, he was not a chump.
Right.
But Spinks was. He never fought professionally after that again.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, he left with 13.5, so he was okay. Hopefully.
Mike Tyson recorded 22 first-round knockouts in his career. Let's see.
Does it break down the KO versus TKO?
Out of 50, none of that, but out of his 50 total professional victories, 44 were by knockout. Wow. So 44 out of his, all but 6 were from knockouts.
That's crazy.
His fastest career knockout occurred first round, stopping Marvis Frazier in just 30 seconds on July 26th in 1986.
Man, can you imagine paying for not just pay-per-view, but if you're there in person,
right?
All this hype, and then 30 seconds and it's done.
I mean, it takes you longer to drive there. It takes you longer to walk in. I mean, it takes you longer to find your seat than it does the.
Wow. Right. That's well, a lot of those though. Let's be fair. That's the main event,
right?
They have an undercard.
That's true.
As a wrestling fan growing up, I'm familiar with that, but not growing up a boxing fan. When I was younger, I just thought it was these two people, but they have an undercard.
Yeah, but do you care about any of the undercards? Not usually.
The people that are into it may, but most the casual fan is only interested about the headline. Yeah.
Well, just like when Tyson fought, who's that? Who was the wrestler? What was that? Most recently,
is it Jake Paul? Or
Logan Jake Paul. Jake Paul. Or what did you say?
Logan, his brother. It was Jake.
I think it was Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Well, they had the pre-fight for that was 2 women fighters,
right?
Who that was the fight.
They beat the snot
that
out of
was
each
a
other.
Good fight.
Right.
I watched that too. That was.
And kudos to Jake Paul for setting that up and replenishing Mike Tyson's funds, because he was. In all fairness, Don King did him wrong.
Yes, but I'm not sure he's hurting. I mean, he's done The Hangover and all other kind of stuff.
But I mean,
he's hurting for money.
He was at times he was like bankrupt. He was like destitute. Yeah. So, but that I mean, it was a fix.
And he's got the weed business too, doesn't he? Have some sort of
He has. I don't know if he has marijuana farms, but he definitely has a company where it's like the strains that he likes. Yeah.
Does he own any dispensaries? I don't know. I don't know what his ties is or whatever. But anyway, I don't think he's hurt.
No, now he's not. No.
Right.
Because Don King's gone.
All right. I got, I think, 3 more.
Okay.
In 1994, so only 32 years ago.
Okay.
Aerosmith is the first major band to let fans download a full new track for free from the internet.
In 84?
That was in 1994. 1994.
Well, hold on. The name of the track. Don't tell me. Is it on there?
Yep.
Don't tell me.
Yeah.
How many words are in the title?
2 words.
Oh. Ragdoll?
Head first.
Head first? Head first?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The 90, let's see. The song Head First was unreleased outtake from their Get a Grip sessions. The 90-minute, let's see, it was a 4.3 megabit wave file that was available to CompuServe subscribers. Because dial-up internet was in its infancy, it took a whopping 60 to 90 minutes. 60 to 90 minutes to download.
No.
60 to 90 minutes.
No, it would be about 6 seconds. No, Less.
CompuServe charged $9.60 per hour for internet usage.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine that? $10 an hour to access the internet.
That's crazy.
But they waived their connection fees for a week so fans could download the song for free. Thought that was interesting.
That is.
We mentioned Ryan Seacrest earlier in 2023, just 3 short years ago.
We're getting current.
We are getting current. Ryan Seacrest announced as host of Wheel of Fortune to replace longtime host Pat Sajak. Let's see. He took the stage in fall of 2024 for season 42 alongside co-host Vanna White.
And I don't, who's North Carolina native, right?
Is he? I don't know.
Vanna White.
Oh, Vanna White?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that either.
Or South Carolina. Hold on. Somewhere close to where we are.
I didn't copy or I read, when I was reading the story, first of all, Ryan Seacrest is a hard worker.
Yes.
When this is what I was telling Sarah and Catherine last night. I think I first saw Ryan Seacrest on American Idol. And when I first saw him, back then they had 2 hosts. And that's like they were dueling to see who was going to job or whatever. And I thought he was kind of arrogant. And I thought in real life, this guy's I bet he's an ass. I didn't really love him. He did a great job, but I didn't really love him. But since then,
he seems down to earth.
He is an incredibly hard worker. I've gained a lot of respect for Ryan Seacrest.
Go ahead.
When in apparently he wanted to be on the show as a kid. I mean, he loved the show. And so in preparation for the audition for the show or what have you, they created a wheel that he traveled with when he was doing his other stuff. And they would practice.
Oh, wow.
Before.
Okay.
For quite a bit. I like him.
So
good work ethic.
Vanna White's from North Myrtle Beach. As soon as I said North Carolina, I was certain, no, it's Myrtle Beach. It's North Myrtle Beach. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't watch the show anymore, but I have seen it on at my parents'. They still watch it, and I like whenever you have someone that's iconic in a role, but even more so, that's iconic in a role for that long. It's not always guaranteed that the person you replace him with is going to be successful.
Right.
I think he does a fantastic job.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, Bob Barker. I mean, how long was he on Price is Right? And then,
I grew up with Bob.
And then, Drew Carey, I think, is doing just fine on the show.
I do too.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a cool thing.
And
then 2 years ago, you have something newer.
Well, we don't normally do political stuff here.
Right.
But I thought it was so important I should at least mention it. We'll just try and keep it neutral. But it was on this date in 2024 was the first debate between Joe Biden and President Trump on CNN.
Oh, okay.
Where Biden...
It was today.
It was today.
Yeah.
Seriously stumbled.
Well, no, that's when he was going up Air Force One.
and down. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And when he's bike riding.
And
it was lots of stuff.
Wandering away from the camera.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, those are all facts.
Right.
He should apologize for him if he they're just stating the facts.
Right. But anyway, thought that was interesting enough to mention.
Sure, for sure.
And that was just 2 years ago. That's hard to believe.
You have something from 182 years ago?
Well, so I found this after the fact. So let's see where it says. I made a note to start our events on page 6. And that was, page 6, 1824. So we've already discussed Joseph Smith.
God. Oh, yes. That was the first thing I brought up.
There you go. There goes the earliest noteworthy event. That's all I got.
That's all we got.
For events.
Do you have any trivia?
I do.
I like the trivia stuff.
Okay. Here's an interesting one. What color is Elvis's hair?
That seems like a trick question. Yeah. I'm going to say brown.
Elvis was blonde, originally blonde.
Oh, I've seen old pictures of him. He did have blonde hair.
He started dyeing hair black when he was a teenager and just kept doing it for life.
As a kid.
Yeah.
I was going to say black, but I was like, wait a second. Most of the pictures I've seen him in were in black and white, so maybe it was brown because you can't really tell the difference in black and white. Okay, so he had blonde hair.
I did not know that until this week.
I remember seeing a picture of him as a kid having blonde hair, but I had blonde hair when I was born.
Right.
Up until I was like 3 years old, my hair was blonde. So, interesting. So he was
He was a natural blonde, and he started dyeing it as a teenager.
Okay.
Do you know that the blob of toothpaste you put on your toothbrush has a name?
I do.
What's the name of it?
Hold on. I know it starts with an N.
You're right. You're very right.
It's like noodle. Nurdle.
It is.
Nurdle?
That is.
I was like, wait a second. Noodle. It's not noodle. Nurdle. Yeah. Nurdle.
That is correct.
Yeah, nurdle. Yes.
Have you used that in Scrabble or something?
No. I have like a lot of obscure weird facts floating around in my head.
Well,
nurdle. Yeah.
Did you know that William Shakespeare invented more than 1,700 words?
I did not know that. That's impressive.
He is historically credited with inventing the first recording of the English language of approximately 1,700 words. Words like, let's see, moonbeam, laughable, eyeball, puking, champion, bedroom, excitement, assassination, swagger, fashionable, and zany were all words that he created. Some argue that these were words that are already spoken in original dialects, but he made them popular.
He brought them to light.
Right.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah. Did you know that kangaroos can't walk backwards?
I did not know that.
Now you do. Because of their large feet and heavy tails. It's virtually impossible for them to walk in reverse.
If you see one, their tails, the base of their tail is ginormous.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. I did not know that.
Okay. What do you call a group of bunnies? I
know this. Hold on.
There's actually several names.
Yeah.
But there's one that I'm looking at.
I'm all about the, murder of crows.
Yep. I was just talking about that with Catherine and Sarah yesterday.
What's the first letter of the word?
This one's F, but there are others.
That's not ringing a bell. What is it?
Fluffle.
Oh, I did not know that.
I think that's the Canadians, what they call it.
Okay.
So
okay.
I thought that Sarah would like that, so I had to add it to our stuff.
I have looked up.
Warren is another. Warren. Nest.
There's
a couple others too. Warren and Nest. I can't think of the other one.
There was a period of time where I would go through and look up what a group of X was called. What do you call a group of baboons?
A gaggle.
A congress.
A congress.
Perfectly appropriate.
I have a couple others, but I might save them for another day.
Leave wanting more.
That's right.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Well, we are. Well,
you had a good news story you're going to share.
No,
you don't think it's newsworthy?
No,
good newsworthy.
It was. Yeah.
What was it? Elevator rescue?
Someone after the Knicks won the championship, and someone was. I don't know.
What about my news good story? You don't think I should mention my?
Do you have one?
Well, it doesn't start out like a good news.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, no, I think you should. Eric has a great good news story.
Heartwarming.
Starts off with the tragedy.
It doesn't start out as good news.
Right.
There's no way to.
There's a good ending.
There's a good ending.
A good ending. Well, we're happy about that. Yeah.
So for our good news story today, I have a 5-year-old who had her fingertips sliced off on a freak merry-go-round accident.
Mm-hmm.
Recently visited the station of the firefighters who helped save her fingers.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently she had 5 fingers cut off in a merry-go-round. That's not the good news part.
Right.
But the firefighters were able to, after she was taken to the hospital, comb through the grass, find all 5 digits, return them to the hospital. They were able to
put them on ice, I'm sure.
Put them on ice. I would assume so.
I'm sure they did.
Sarah can tell you what type. And then they were able to reattach the digits.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was able to use that same hand with the reattached digits
Mm-hmm.
to draw a picture and take it and give it to the firefighters who helped save her fingers.
That could have been the plot to Rocky.
Or Rudy. I can see a movie coming from this.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And then, like, you know, she's using that hand, and everybody's weeping, and
I don't know if you know this, but Sylvester Stallone also has a movie called Over the Top. Have you seen that?
Over the Top. I have not.
It's arm wrestling movie. He's a truck driver who arm wrestles. So when I thought hands, I thought of that movie. I didn't think of Rocky.
Over the Top.
Over the Top.
I don't think I'm familiar with that.
I feel confident you would not like it.
I'm sitting over here and all this trash. I have not watched Top Gun.
Oh, okay.
No, I committed to watching it.
That's your loss,
right? I committed to watching it. I could be wrong. Our 11 listeners can tell me. I don't think I committed to watching it in time to give a review of this week. And if I did, I apologize. I am going to watch it. Mm-hmm. Last Saturday night, after everything was done, the kids were in bed, I was like, okay, I'm going to watch it. And I brought it up, and there was his face, and I couldn't. I
don't know who mentioned it to me, but Tom Cruise, he has a tooth right in the center.
In the center, yeah.
And now whenever I see him, I can't not look for that.
Yeah.
But it draws my attention initially, then I eventually stop looking for it.
He's the mascot of Buc-ee's. That's
he could be.
It was based off him.
You should play into that strength.
Yeah, it's about the same height as a beaver. Yeah. And so Eric texted me last week and on Father's Day, and said that his wife and daughter wanted to know why I had this level of disdain for Tom Cruise. And I said it would be easier for me to tell you about all the things that I do like about him, which is nothing.
Until you watch Top Gun. And then...
You think that's going to bring me...
I think it's going to bring you around.
It's going to pull me in?
It is.
Yeah, it's just that good, right?
It is.
Is it better than Rocky?
It is. It is better than Rocky.
It would have to be.
It's better than Rocky.
Yeah, because it's newer.
You'll think it's better than Rocky.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just a different genre. It's different.
Right.
One is sports and one is action.
Which one is better, Rocky or Rudy?
Rocky is better than Rudy.
Okay. But Rudy's still up there for you, and those sappy kind of...
Yeah, because I have a heart.
Flicks.
I have a heart.
Yeah, right.
For people who are heartless...
Oh man, yeah. I wouldn't say I'm heartless. Is that the lion? Is he the one without a heart? Wizard of Oz.
Correct. Yeah, I think that was the one.
No.
He was a 10 Man. 10 Man was the one with a heart.
10 Man did not have a heart. Okay. Yeah. I am going to watch Top Gun. I'm going to try to watch it tonight.
I honestly think you would enjoy Top Gun or Maverick better than Top Gun.
Okay, the newest one.
Right.
One. Yeah.
And I think Todd would agree.
Mm-hmm. He's in both?
Fan number 11. Yeah, he's in both.
Okay.
But
I want to really try. I'm really going to. So we're going to wrap it up.
Top Gun 2, Maverick Todd would say, has more of a mission, where Top Gun 1 is more character development and sappy stuff that you're not in love with.
Gotcha. Yeah, I like... With very few exceptions, I prefer a plot-based film. I do. I like a plot-driven film because that's just the way my brain works. And so if number 2 is mission-based, then that would.
Right.
And in all honesty, I could be wrong. I think I would enjoy the Mission Impossible ones because there's a mission, right? There's trying to get from point A to point B.
Some of them have a mystery to them
as well.
As well. A little
not
bit, all,
maybe.
But some.
Okay,
trying to figure out who the bad guy is.
I'm sure I would probably like them. I will admit that I probably would like those movies. Yeah.
But Sheep Detective, don't forget to watch that.
Sheep Detective with Hugh Jackman.
I've only seen half of it so far, but so far what I've seen,
it was good.
I've enjoyed it.
Are they actual? It's not animated.
I'm sure it's not animated, but it's AI. Obviously, because most sheep can't talk.
Right, most.
Bah means no.
Bad boy.
Anyway,
well, someone from our past,
mm-hmm.
Tom. Do you remember Tom's last name?
Izzo?
No, the one that we got that from. Bad boy. Was it Fitzgerald?
No, I don't think it was Fitzgerald.
I cannot remember Tom's last name. I would assume he's passed away by now. I could be wrong, but of course I was 19, 20. In my mind,
I can't think of that. And I don't remember.
In my mind, he was, in his 60s. But he probably was in his 40s, so he may not be.
Somebody we worked at People's Computers.
Yeah.
Which I found Chris's business card this week.
Yes.
That is from People's Computers as a service technician from 1994.
1994.
Which is a 32-year-old business card.
And it looked pristine in the picture.
I take care of my stuff.
Yeah. And the interesting thing about it, two things. One, it says Chris. It doesn't say Christopher. I don't know how I allowed that. Maybe I didn't have a choice. And two, the area code was 910. Instead of right now, we are our area
fan number 11. If you're listening, I actually found one of his business cards.
Oh, really?
Quality control. I can't remember the full business name. It was quality control, color processing, or quality control printing, or something.
Oh.
So I found one of your vintage business cards, also in pristine condition, and a Red Dirt Rising. It wasn't a business card, but it was a card shaped. From Red Dirt Rising, promoting that movie that was created that he had a part in producing.
Oh, interesting. Wow, that's
about the history of NASCAR and racing, how it got its origins in North Carolina.
Cool deal. Yep, bootlegging. Well, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you for listening. Subscribe, follow, send us stories, make fun of us. We don't care.
Amen.
Some kind of engagement. We'd appreciate it.
Yep.
And all the links.
Criticize. Whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to do. And then we have all the links in all of our postings. We'll have for not just our social media present in the platforms we're on, but also the link to our merchandise. So if anybody would like a shirt or a sweatshirt or a hat, all that stuff is out there. So with that, we're going to call it a day. See you guys.
See you all next week.
Yep. Bye.